Hi, welcome to She Spice. So Lauryn Hill is at last spilling the tea on how the business purportedly attempted to forfeit, not simply her, but her unborn kid as well, and get this strain to pick her profession over being a mother, probably came from a few high rollers at Sony and Colombia Records. Lauryn was totally ablaze subsequent to dropping her amazing collection. The misdirection of Lauryn Hill, however, at that point, she unexpectedly evaporated from the public eye. What's more, from that point forward, there's been a great deal of endeavors to spread her name, and her notoriety now Lauryn is a one-of-a-kind character. There's no question about that is it. The explanation she turned out to be so guarded furthermore, protected, has to do with her terrible encounters in the business. Not in the least did Lauryn feel like she was being taken advantage of. Out of business yet, she was sold out by her Fugees fanmates, yet presently Lauryn is dropping clues that there's much more to the story than we at any point acknowledged did, that the business genuinely attempt to drive her to pick either her profession and her child, what's more, or her Fugees. Bandmates some way or another stirred up in this show. We should dive in also. Figure out business, nothing is unplanned, or you will hear who's horrible cash in these circumstances. It's just the craftsman that T is losing someone brings in large cash. The disappearance of Lauryn Hill, when it comes to impact, not many female specialists can even come near. Lauryn Hill genuinely asks any of the present top whizzes, whether male or female, who their greatest motivation is, and you'll hear Lauryn's name come up over and over. Are you anticipating seeing Lauryn Hill on stage? Are you going to stay close by? Lauryn Hill is my legend. I presumably tuned in music to Misdirection by Lauryn Hill. The most truly wow, is like sort of immaculate only for you, who is your greatest melodic impact. Lauryn Hill continues to come up. I continuously needed to accomplish something with her. We never had an opportunity to do anything at this point. Lauryn Hill was large and in charge subsequent to dropping one of the most notable collections ever. With the misdirection of Lauryn Hill in 1998, with that showstopper, it was clear she was bound to turn into a remarkable person in the music world. Yet here's where things get somewhat unusual, notwithstanding her incredible status. Lauryn never delivered one more independent collection. To be clear, Lauryn didn't totally quit making music after the misinformation in July 2001. She appeared a few new tracks during AMTV Turned Off Unique, which later dropped as the live collection in TV Turned Off number 2.0. She likewise continued to raise a ruckus around town and visit in the mid-2000s. However, as the years went on, her public appearances became less and far between. As a matter of fact, by 2003, Drifter was at that point inquiring the central issue in their article, The M of Lauryn Hill. For what reason did she vanish from the spotlight, as indicated by that Drifter piece? Lauryn was rounding up serious money in 1998 and 1,999. She supposedly netted an incredible $40 million and stashed around $25 million of that, in addition to Hollywood wrecking her entryway with offers for jobs in major blockbusters like Charlie's Heavenly Messengers, The Conceived Character the Mexican, and, surprisingly, The Lattice Set of Three. Yet regardless of every one of these tremendous open doors, Lauryn turned them down and basically vanished from the scene, passing on fans to truly think about what happened. So, back in the mid-2000s, there were this multitude of murmurs flying around about Lauryn Hill, conceivably going through a difficult time, and you know how it is with regards to somebody as famous. As Lauryn reports spread quicker than you can say, legend individuals were attempting to sort out what was truly happening with her. What truly got people talking was Lauryn's association with this very disputable, otherworldly consultant named Sibling Anthony. The word in the city was that Lauryn got seriously profound into his lessons, and things began to get pretty serious, like individuals were side-looking at this entire circumstance to make things significantly happier. Lauryn's bandmate PR spilled a tea that additional more fuel to the fire. He said that Lauryn gave him a tape of Sibling Anthony's talks, and as per him, it was some genuine click. So word has it that under Sibling Anthony's direction, Lauryn made some genuinely extraordinary changes in her day-to-day existence. She totally cleaned house, terminating her whole supervisory group, which, how about we be genuine, was an intense continue. On top of that, she began plunging profound into Book of Scripture study. Devoting 5 days, 7 days to it, And it wasn't simply that Lauryn fundamentally vanished from the public eye. She quit doing interviews, abandoned television appearances, and, surprisingly, quit paying attention to music, discussed a significant life upgrade then, at that point in 2000. 3. Lauryn stunned everybody at the point when she performed at a Christmas show at the Vatican, yet it wasn't her execution that had individuals talking, it was what she did after Lauryn went off on Vatican authorities' note. T2 far off in the crowd, calling them out for the outrages that were shaking the Catholic Church at that point. And we should be genuine. You know precisely exact thing outrages I'm talking about. Lauryn didn't keep down the slightest bit. She directly upcalled the Vatican pioneers bad and requested that they atone for their wrongdoings, apparently suggesting to the embarrassments inside the Catholic Church, including PDF record ministers. Whether sibling Anthony contributed to this or not is all stood ill up for banter. A few insiders are persuaded that his impact pushed Lauryn to make such striking moves, yet whether or not that is valid, one thing's without a doubt. Lauryn was most certainly going through a significant change during this time. On top of that, Lauryn was at that point a mother to 4 kids by then, and that's what certain individuals believe her red-hot discourse against the Catholic Church could have been energized by some weighty stuff from her own previous. At this point, Lauryn never truly focused on this. However, there's been a great deal of theory that she was a casualty of more seasoned men, counting her bandmate Left Lauryn and UCF upsetting claims. During her first year of secondary school, Lauryn Hill got acquainted with PR through a shared companion. PR was keeping watch for a performer to join a music bunch he was assembling, and that is the way Lauryn got involved. She collaborated with Pra and another female vocalist, and they kicked off their melodic excursion under the name Interpreter Team. After a short time, the gathering went through somewhat of a purge. The third part left, and Pra acquired his cousin WFF to go along with them. The recently shaped trio began performing at nearby gigs. Also, secondary school ability shows Lauryn, who at first adhered to vocals, before long found herself rapping and extending her job in the gathering, while her music vocation was simply beginning. Lauryn additionally took her initial steps into acting in 1991. She furthermore landed roles in MC Light's off-Broadway hip jump variant of Shakespeare's Twelfth Night. It was during this time that a specialist detected Lauryn's ability and begun getting her really acting open doors sometime thereafter. Lauryn made her television debut on the drama As the World Turns, assuming the part of grieved youngster Kira Johnson. Then, in 1993, she imparted the screen to Whoopi Goldberg in Sister Act 2 Back in the Propensity, where she played out his eye on the Sparrow and Happy Blissful. That equivalent year, Lauryn, PR, and WEF chose to rebrand their gathering as the Fugees, a name enlivened by the word outcasts. Around this time, Lauryn and WLEF began dating, despite the fact that WLEF had been pulverizing on her for some time. Yet the truly obscure part is there was a 6-year age hole between them anyway that didn't stop WLEF from taking actions on youthful Lauryn. What's more, in no time they were formally a thing. They attempted to keep their relationship hush. However, in the background, it was only show WCFF later guaranteed in his life account reason that it was Lauryn making all the show, and he even asserted that the Fugees separated on the grounds of their inclusion. He went similarly, blaming Lauryn for playing him when it came to the paternity of her most memorable kid, Zion, saying she attempted to persuade him that he was the dad when it was truly Rohan. Marley bounced Marley's child. However, that is not all. WEF let it all out, spilling the tea about Lauryn purportedly putting her hands on him, and even calling her insane anyway. WEF appeared to helpfully skirt his own part in all the show. Lauryn then again shared her side of the story in a 2004 interview with Follow magazine, indicating that WCF was controlling and that he abused her. The Fuji was a connivance to control and to empower reliance. Lauryn said, adding that she endured things many individuals could never have taken in these conditions, and when gotten some information about her sentiment with WFR, that at best in everybody except I didn't see the desire and weaknesses of men. I found what a falsehood was and how lies showed themselves incidentally. There's been a ton of hypothesis that WEF began controlling Lauryn years before they formally began dating, but on the grounds that Lauryn wasn't that ideal casualty. According to Society, WEF figured out how to curve the story and paint himself as the survivor of an insane lady. One fan said oddly, We don't see Lauryn as a casualty like all the other white youngster stars she appeared on television and joined the Fuji at 13. She was in illegal relationship with Double Clef by 14. Furthermore, spent the following 10 years and her whole adolescent life as his special lady. That factors as well. And another fan added that Lauryn tune, I gotta find true Serenity. Ty was about Wef with the verses. He says there's no me without him. If it's not too much trouble, help me. Subscribe She Spice for more videos.